Hello and welcome to the first devlog for Dungeon Mage. If you are a longtime viewer, this may not be the voice you've come to expect when clicking on this video. Let me explain. Dungeon Mage is a fast-moving project and has seen a lot of changes in a short time span. In order to keep supporters up to date, it has become necessary to expand the team working on it. Introducing two new collaborators to the Dungeon Mage team, Paninjin, that's me, and Zortex. In the future, we will be taking care of bringing updates on the game to you here on YouTube. While I'll be the one narrating these devlogs, Zortex will be the one putting his talents as an editor to use in order to bring you great visual content. Finally, Green Pixels will now be focusing 100% of his effort on the development of Dungeon Mage. As a team of friends, Dungeon Mage is a passion project that we want to be the best version it can be. Now, with that out of the way, let's get talking about what we actually want to talk about. The game. In a previous video, which you can watch by clicking the link in the upper right corner, we showcased a game created in only 7 days. The title in question is what ultimately became Dungeon Mage, a game that blends elements of Terraria, The Binding of Isaac, and a little bit of 7 Days to Die into one enjoyable package. As a little mage locked away in a cold, dark dungeon, you defeat enemies, collect resources, craft or find equipment, and explore the handmade map in order to get stronger. The playable version that was made in those 7 days already contained a big amount of content in relation to the time it was made in. A large list of obtainable items, several enemies with unique loot, mining, crafting, building, and a lot of other content. But a game made in 7 days can only be so big. We believe that this game has the potential to be more. For this reason, we will continue development and are eager to hear your feedback and read your comments. Dungeon Mage is already a really strong title in its current state, as it allows for mostly unhindered content addition because of the strong base we've already created. However, to fully polish it and make it align with our vision, we still want to add a lot more. So, what exactly do we have planned? Now that a proper save system is in place, we are able to create several sub-areas for the player to explore. The map that was playable up to this point was only a placeholder. Among our planned areas is, for example, the Goblin camp. This area will both allow players to access gold ore, as well as reward the extra brave among them to defeat an optional boss to acquire stronger gear. We also want to lay a bigger focus on equipment. Your inventory in Dungeon Mage is very limited. With only 7 slots to carry your items in, you really need to think about what you want to carry. With this design choice, we want to encourage players to make smart use of storage containers and systems. Tying into this, we want equipment to resemble a risk-reward system. In order to equip accessories or armor, all you need to do is place them in your inventory. But, of course, that effectively makes you stronger, but also further limits your carrying capabilities. However, our biggest plan by far is the implementation of the arena, one of our design pillars. At a set interval, you will be teleported into an arena by the Celestials, the higher beings that locked you in the dungeon in the first place, for having committed the cardinal sin of practicing blood magic. By ways of continuous revival, blood magic makes you more or less invincible. Afraid of your powers, the Celestials will do everything in their power to finally end you. The arena will feature hordes of enemies, unique bosses, and poses a continuously growing challenge that encourages you to armor up. If you see the same potential in Dungeon Mage that we do, why not consider supporting us on Patreon? Depending on the amount you pledge, you will receive benefits ranging from access to current test builds to a personalized pet obtainable by all players. Limiting access to current Dungeon Mage test builds to Patreons was a difficult decision, but one that we believe is fair and supports the development in the long run. In the upcoming devlogs, we will go into more detail about gameplay elements, story points, and other things that are ahead of us. We aim for Dungeon Mage to be community-driven and would love to hear your feedback and ideas in either the comments or on our Discord channel. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.